feel like there's been instances where like someone held the door, they see me like getting out of my car, and they're like holding the door open. I'm like, bro, like wait a second, I just got out of my car.
That's so funny.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Synergy Podcast. My name is Justin.
And my name is Emery.
Today, we're going to be looking at comments for the question, what's a really awkward situation that everyone can relate with, from the subreddit AskReddit.
Do you have a really awkward situation that has happened to you?
Yeah, man, a lot of awkward situations that happened to me. Like when you're if you've ever been in the bathroom, a public restroom, I was in the stall and I thought I locked the door, but like the thing is when I go into a bathroom, I'm like about to go into like a stall, like, I'll like just kind of peek a little bit just to see if there's feet underneath, just to see, just before I go ahead and I try to open the door.
Right,
But it's
right.
not awkward. So someone tried to do that. They didn't look at my feet at all. They just opened the door, but the lock on the door apparently was broken. And I'm sitting there taking a poop, and this guy just opens the door, bro. And I'm just there. I'm like, oh. He's like, oh. And he just like closed the door and then just like waited outside the bathroom.
Yeah, he probably felt really awkward, man.
So then, yeah, but imagine that. I had to then I finished going to the bathroom. I wash my hands, I leave, and he's standing outside the bathroom, like waiting for.
A weird, embarrassing thing that happened to me is probably I was drinking a water bottle once in class in elementary school. I still remember this, and there was two guys like next to me, and I was just drinking my water, and I like bent over as I'm drinking my water to get something, and I farted. And dude, like that guy Mike, he was like, "Yo, Andrew, what the fuck? Like, what? Did you just
Well,
fart?"
he thought it was somebody else.
Yeah. And then like I'm just drinking my water, bro, and he's like, "Did you just fart, Andrew?" Andrew's like, "No, I didn't fart. Like, what do you mean?" And then I was just
Oh
drinking
my
it,
God.
and they're like, "Well, he can't fart. He's drinking water." And I'm like, "Exactly."
Yeah.
That's so funny. And like, Andrew, I'm sorry, it was me.
When you're next in line at the grocery store with your mom and she leaves you just to get one more thing, and
Oh,
anxiety and awkwardness builds up because you're up next and she's nowhere to be found.
that has happened to me way too many times that I would like to
Bro,
admit, and
so many.
I think I found a secret to it, okay? When that happens, right when you're actually up, you're like, okay, like the next person can go up, and you just let one by one
Yeah,
until your
yeah,
mom
yeah.
comes back.
That's a good one. Like I've definitely done that before. There have been times where I didn't do that, and I was just standing there, and my mom is just like freaking looking for ranch. They go to Narnia and then come back. I don't know what's going on at that other half of the grocery store.
When you go for a high five and the person goes for a fist bump, so you switch to a fist bump, but they also switch, so you just go for it and do a mixture of both, which I found out is called the awkward turkey.
I'll just grab their hand and be like stick shift.
Oh, I never heard of that one. That was actually really good. I mean, I think it's like more charming if you kind of acknowledge it and be like, like that was cute.
When you're pooping in a public restroom and you accidentally make eye contact with another person through the small crack.
Bro, this has happened to me so many times in school. It's ridiculous.
Like I have every right to be looking through my small crack, bro.
Right,
Like I'm the one pooping.
right, and that's the thing, and I get pissed. Get out of my space. You're in my space, and you're making me
Like,
feel
dude,
guilty now?
when you're having a conversation with someone and you don't hear what they say, so you ask them to repeat it and they do, but you still don't hear what it is and ask them to repeat it again and they do, and you still don't know what they said. Do you ask them to repeat it again and maybe still not hear it? Pretend you heard it and nod your head, hope it's an appropriate response? Stab yourself in the eye with a pen to create a diversion and change the subject?
Dude, that happens to me way too many times as well.
Dude, I love how they like repeated it. They're like, and you still don't hear it, and you still don't hear it, because like I've been in that situation before where someone's like mumbling to me. And I'm like, I really have no idea what you're saying,
Right.
and I've asked them like 5 times until I just literally give up.
Yeah, that's another word, bro.
What'd you say?
That word that you just said initially is another word that
I
means something
didn't hear you.
else.
What was that?
Fuck you. When you're unsure whether to hold the door open for the person behind you or if they're just too far, and then they start to jog because they see you opening the door.
They do like that weird like skippy jog thing.
Yeah,
where
dude. Like you're
Oh
trying to be
yeah,
nice, but they're just like, oh, god damn it again.
that's happened to me where I've been the person jogging.
I think next time what I'm gonna do is like sprint, really
Yeah, dude.
clearly sprint, so then that
I
way
feel
we both
like
have a laugh.
I feel like there's been instances where like someone held the door, they see me like getting out of my car, and they're like holding the door open. I'm like, bro, like wait a second, I just got out of my car.
That's so funny.
You know what's even more awkward? I just thought of this. Have you ever like been in a shopping center and you held the door open for somebody like walking like on the sidewalk, but they weren't going into the same place as you?
No, have you?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so I was like, like there's like a shopping center, there's multiple like businesses like right next to each other.
Yeah.
And like I was going into like whatever, like the barber, but there was like a Chinese restaurant or something next door. And like they were going into the restaurant. I was like going into the barber. So like I went into the barber, I like opened the door and like they had to like wave at me like, no, like I'm not going in there. When you walk out of the store empty-handed, feeling like you've just stole something,
Or you did steal something.
it looks sketchy when I looking around and then I walk out
Right, right.
after I didn't find what I needed. So like I'm looking for whatever, they didn't have it, and then I just start walking out of the store, and it's just like you're expected to almost like buy something.
For me though, I kind of am disappointed at the store for not having what I wanted, so I just kind of
Yeah,
leave there
yeah.
and I'm proud. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah,
someone
where I'll just
stops me, I'll
like
be like, "You didn't have the fucking item I wanted."
I'll just like look like angry, even though I'm not angry. I'll be like, oh, like God, they don't have it. Oh man, I'll like try to like verbally be like, oh man, they didn't have what I wanted here. That's why I'm leaving with nothing.
When you say goodbye to someone and then ending up walking in the same direction.
I've done this a lot, like on college campus.
Yes, yes, in college especially, bro.
Like I'll just be like, oh yeah, I'll see you later. I'll be like, oh, you're getting food too? Oh, okay. You want to like walk ahead of me a little bit? Or it'll
Yeah.
be, or even worse, it'll be somebody I really was trying to like end the
Oh
conversation
my
with or
God.
something.
And they're just like
And they just,
continuing it.
yeah. And they're like, oh, well, you mind if I have like food with you? Like, no, of course not. Bumping into an inanimate object and apologizing to it. I feel like now it'll be like I'll bump into the wall and then try to like fight it.
Yeah.
I'm
That's so
like, why
funny.
the hell is this damn wall here? Who put the wall here? And I'll just start like just talking gibberish. When you've been in the kitchen here, how they're like the wall in the kitchen near the counter is so like low. I've like bumped my head on it
You
so
know
many
what,
times.
Justin? I'm sorry, but I don't have that issue because you're fucking tall. That's your
Oh,
problem.
true, true. It happens, man. 6'2", like can't really avoid things sometimes.
Well, it's different when you're a giraffe living in a human body. When you're walking somewhere and you know broadly which direction it is, but not exactly. So you ask someone and they tell you a direction that you know is wrong. So you're then forced to either visibly disagree with their advice or to go in the wrong direction for a little bit until you lose sight of them and then turn around and go the right way. Just say, "Oh, okay, thanks," and then just wait for them to leave.
And then they don't leave. They're just
Yeah.
like waiting for you to go in the direction.
I don't know where the f***ing like leather and wool store is. When people sing happy birthday to you and you're not sure what to do with yourself.
Even worse when you're in a restaurant.
Oh, oh.
Oh man, when you get this happy birthday thing,
Happy,
oh
happy
my
birthday.
God.
Make all your dreams come true.
Yeah.
We wish you a happy birthday from my bottom heart to you.
My bottom
I
hurts.
don't know, bro. I don't know. It just rhymed. I don't know.
Sound like friendlies. That sounds oddly specific to friendlies.
Yeah, maybe it is from there. I think it was actually from Applebee's or something.
The only time I would ever have that happen is if I'm playing a prank. If we go out to eat for like your birthday, and I go to the thing and it's really not your birthday.
Yo, oh my God. All right, next time we'll go out to eat.
We're gonna go out to eat and we're both gonna do it to each other. And
Dude.
then we're gonna confuse the hell out of them.
That's gonna
They're
be
like, wait a
so
minute.
funny.
He told me it was his birthday, but he told me it was also his birthday.
Yeah.
Slapping a stranger's ass in the grocery store and realizing it's not your significant other.
Oh, who's done this? Who did this?
That's what I was thinking when I was reading this. I'm like, wait a second. This sounds like it happened to you.
And that's it.
That's how you get punched in the face.
Dude, yeah.
Also, you're really bad for confusing your partner with someone else.
Yeah, that's also
It's
true.
like you didn't recognize they changed outfits. Like when your friend sees a friend and starts talking and you just stand there because you're conditioned to keep your mouth shut, but in reality, I think I'm supposed to introduce myself.
Bro, I literally have that comment because I resonated with that so much. I was like,
Dude,
damn, I never know
mean,
what to
that-
do with myself. I never know. But
That
now,
feeling is weird. It sucks. You're just standing there like, yeah.
like
and
looking
you
up in the
just
air, like,
looking around. I'm like, should I take my phone out? Like, check
You
my
know-
email?
though, Justin, though, I agree with this. But I personally, as a respectable person, okay, I like to introduce my friends to my friends when I see them in
Yes,
at
that's the
public.
real key to it, right?
That's
The
what you have
first
to
thing you
do.
say, "Hi, hey, what's up? This is my friend so and so." And you're
Right.
just like, "Oh, thank
Right.
you so much for introducing me." There's been times where I start talking like halfway through the conversation and the person looks at me like I'm like have like five heads. I'm just like, "Oh,
You have to introduce the person that you're with, period, okay?
yeah, I agree with that.
That's a big
100%."
pet peeve of mine, bro. And when I read this, I knew it was. This comment actually happened to Justin almost yesterday. So when you accidentally spit out your gum when you're talking, everyone has done it.
Oh
Everyone has
my
witnessed
God.
someone else do it. But it's always just as embarrassing every time.
I was on FaceTime. I caught it though with my teeth. I was like,
Yeah, you
"Oh,"
did. You
I
did.
like grabbed it.
Dude, it's
It was
so
like the
funny though.
Matrix.
It's so funny when you're like just talking like a serious conversation out of nowhere. Like something just comes flying out of your
You know,
freaking mouth
the
and
funny
lands
part
and you just
is,
look at
the
it.
funny part is like I had it under my tongue too because like I knew I was talking and somehow it slipped out from under my tongue, like
That's
almost
so
through my
funny.
teeth.
Cause I made you laugh. I think that's why. And then you're
Yeah, I
just like,
started
ah.
laughing. I was like, and it just like went to go fly out. Better when it actually flies out, and then you're like you really just like stare at the gum. You're like, look at the gum, look at the person, look at the gum, look at the person.
Dude, that's so funny, bro.
A variant of this conversation. Hey, how you been? Good. How about you? I'm good, thanks. And you?
Oh no. Good.
It's like what
Thanks.
we're gonna go back and forth. Good. How you doing? Good. Yeah. How you doing? I'm all right. How you doing? I'm pretty good. How about you? Yeah. All right. And yourself? It's
I'm at the point in my life now where I'm very much aware of this small talk and I'm trying to get past it right away, but I'm not sure what to say.
but the worst thing that I think has happened to me in most recent times, because I make a lot of phone calls these days, because can't see people in person,
Oh
so
no.
always on the phone with people, and I'll be like, "Hi, like, how are you doing today?" You know what I'm saying? Like
Dude,
that,
so
like if
funny.
they don't answer, like I'm waiting for an answer, and then it's just like silent. I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now?" I did that to a guy, and he was like, "All right, and so how can I help you?" I was just like,
What
"Okay."
the fuck? Huh. Clearly,
I was
you're
like,
upset. That's all we have for today. Thank you for joining us. Catch us every Tuesday and Thursday for a new conversation.